Alright guys, so here we go. We are headed over to an area behind Newell, Lake Denham, Dabney, and we'll take a swing into the Enclave and show you what that is all about. Like I said, I'm new to this, guys, so please bear with me until I get my feet wet. I'm hoping that this is something that people are interested in. If not, at least I made some videos with my new camera. We will be turning onto Bar Avenue right now. I live down in the newest section of the Villages. I live down in Moultrie Creek. I've been here 15 years. I am in my 5th home in the Villages. Started up in Amelia, went to Gilchrist, went to McClure, then to Hawkins, and now I am in Moultrie Creek. A little bit about Moultrie Creek. Where I'm at, where I'm situated, is fairly close to the high school in downtown Middleton, which will be opening hopefully within the next 6 months. And about a mile, maybe a mile and a half from Eastport. So, to me that's a perfect location. It may not be the perfect location for you, but it'll put me in the middle of all the food and entertainment and recreation. So, trying to stay young. 67-year-old fat guy trying to stay young. One thing that I have not figured out yet is the name that I want to put on this YouTube page. Maybe you guys can help me out. You know a little bit about me now. 67-year-old fat guy, 15-year villager. My favorite color is orange. I don't know if you realize that by seeing my intro video. My bike is orange. My sunglasses are orange, my sneakers are orange, my shirt's orange. I will read all comments of what name you think I should be. Coming up to the intersection of Bar and Marsh Bend. I just went from Moultrie Creek to Shady Brook, and now I'm going to be going into Water's Edge. Water's Edge is just starting to build houses. It is closer to Eastport than my home, but yet a little bit further away from Middleton in the high school. See these trucks here. I don't know if you can see them further. They have tilt wall construction. They prefab the walls to the homes in a different location and then truck them over here and start building the homes. 5 homes. I've been in this home now since June, and I'm really liking it. I'm liking the neighbors, I'm liking the neighborhood, the quietness of it all. My last home, I was in Hawkins. Beautiful home on a pond with the pool. But when you looked out my front, between the front of my house and the front of my neighbor across the street, you could see the turnpike. Don't get me wrong, I couldn't hear it out back in my pool, but a little bit too close to the turnpike for me. Maybe not for you, who knows? They are working on the postal station in the pool here on Water's Edge Recreation and Postal Station. It'll have the pool, it'll have some bocce, shuffleboard. Off of Central Parkway. Over there, if you can see in the distance, that is the healthcare center. Then you got the downtown area that you can see with all the steel going up. That right there with the green wrapping is our Citizens First Bank. In the foreground is the sales center. This gray, that was the background, and this gray building in the foreground is the new golf cart store. Now there's a lot of people out there doing videos in the villages, and I realize I'm not the first one, but I think I'm going to be the first one that's doing it on bike. So being on bike, this goes underneath this is a tunnel that goes underneath Central Parkway. If you're new to the villages, they put the tunnels in and then lay the road over the top of it. They've been doing this for 50 years, guys, so they have a good idea what they're doing. Not sure if you can see it. Let me stand up and see if you can see it. That gray building back there, that is gonna be a big rec center called Olympia Recreation. It has indoor recreation. There's a field right here that's gonna be a multi-purpose field. There are pickleball courts right here. In that Olympia Rec Center, there's going to be indoor pickleball courts, which will be a first for the villages. We'll see how that goes. Unless they get 2,000 of them, and I got a feeling it's going to be a hard time to get on them. In front of me here is a dog park with a pavilion. Behind that is the softball fields that are being built. Softball's very big, and there's a sand volleyball court. Softball is very big in the villages, as is pickleball, as is water volleyball, as is many, many recreational activities in the villages. People keep themselves busy. We don't come here to die, we come here to live. This is not God's waiting room, it is very active community. We are following the Bexley Trail path. This is following Bexley Trail, which is the name of the road out there. Bexley Trail goes from, right now, basically Lansdowne, to Megason, and in turn it crosses over the Florida Turnpike. This area here down to the right, as we go down here a little ways, going to be a golf course. Different view of Eastport right there. Across the street here is going to be some houses and I believe another golf course. But out here is definitely going to be a golf course. Championship course. I don't know if it's going to be 18 or 27. I heard 27 holes. Starting to get a little muggy. It's a 10:30 on a Wednesday morning, September 18th. I'll be out here for 3 or 4 hours today, trying to bring you some good footage of what I'm going to show you. And on the way, we'll comment on what we're seeing. Once again, we are following the Bexley Trail. Over there on the right is going to be a golf course. And we're coming up on the Bexley Bridge, which will be crossing over the Florida Turnpike. Okay, now we're coming on the tunnel going over to the Bexley Bridge. Little roundabout for golf carts here. I go up there, it goes over to Magnolia Plaza and Fanny and all that area. This area here where I'm going to brings us over to the Sawgrass area. That golf course over there on the left is an executive course that is supposedly opening within the next week or so. Beyond that is a pitch and putt. Morning. We're now going to be going, morning. We're now going to be going over the Florida Turnpike. I don't know what it takes for the villages to get something like this done, but they put a bridge over a turnpike. They've got 2 of them over the turnpike. They've got 2 of them over State Road 44. So you know that they have good relations with the government of Florida. Coming down off the bridge, we are going to, now we are seeing, good morning, we are seeing Southern Oaks Golf Course, which is a championship course. Championship courses are what you would call regular courses like you'd see on TV or in your local throughout different states. The Villages has 3 types of golf courses. As you've heard me mention, the pitch and putt. The pitch and putt is an 18-hole course, very short holes. All you need with you is your 9-iron, pitch and wedge, and a putter probably to walk through that. You have to walk it. There's no golf carts allowed on that course. Those are free to Villages. For people that own homes in the Villages, those are free. The second type of golf course in the Villages is an executive golf course. Executive golf courses are 9-hole courses. They are mainly par 3s with some par 4s mixed in. I mean, you'll need your whole bag for these. Unless there's no par 4s, maybe you won't need your driver, but you'll need your whole bag for most of it. And the executive courses are also free to village homeowners. The only fee, I hate to say free because there is a fee associated with it, the executive courses. The executive courses, you can walk them for free. You can rent a push golf cart at the course and put your bag on that and walk it for $1. You can take your golf cart to it and drive your golf cart on it. You have 2 options here. 1, pay the $4 or $5. I don't know what it is. It used to be 4. It's been a while since I paid it, so I wouldn't be surprised maybe if it was 5. Pay the $4 or $5 every time you play the course to drive your golf course cart on these courses. Or option 2, you pay a yearly or 6-month fee up front. The yearly fee is somewhere around $150 to show up at the course and not have to dole out any money. It's called a trail fee. Your golf cart can now be put on the golf courses and the starters can see that your trail fee has been paid and you're all set. That's, you got to sit down and figure out how many rounds of golf you play. Are you willing to fork out $150 or $75 for 6 months and play a lot of golf and know that it was worth it? Or pay the $4 or $5 it takes to get on if you're only playing every once in a while. We are now headed south on Megason Road. If I had went north on Megason Road, we would have gone to Sawgrass, Morse Boulevard, Hawkins, and we could have gone over to either Lake Dayton Plaza, or you could also go over to other parts of the Villages. Like, you can get over to Fenny, it's a little longer ride. You can get over to Magnolia Plaza or Everglades if you went up there. But for now, we're gonna just go down here because I want to show you what I had mentioned, the back paths of Newell, Lake Denham, Dabney, and the Enclave. Future videos. One of them is going to be down there on the left. It's like a 3.5 mile path that goes behind St. Catherine, Bradford, and Chitty Chatty. Beautiful back there. These paths that I'm going to be taking you today to are also very gorgeous, but they're shorter. They're not 3.5 miles, but you get to get off the beaten path and see what it's like in behind some of these homes. This is a homestead recreation area. People playing shuffleboard. There is bocce on your left. pickleball over here. Good morning. Pickleball is very popular. We'll pull in here and show you a little bit about what's in these rec center areas. This rec center happens to have a dog park. Dog park is cordoned off for little dogs on one side and big dogs on another. You have an ATM machine here at this one. You have pickleball courts over there, tennis courts. Once again, this is the bocce shuffleboard area. Outdoor restrooms for those that need them. You come over here, which is attached to basically the rec center, is the outdoor swimming pool, the neighborhood swimming pool. This is the, once I said homestead, there's a bike rack here if you want to lock up your bike and do your walks. I will walk that trail one of these days to show you it. Coming up on the left up here is a astronomy area. They have pads that you can put your telescopes up in back there. The only part of it that I don't understand, it's closed at night. There's another outdoor restroom area around the dog park. You can see the dog park now a little better. Yeah, that astronomy area is closed at night. I guess star watching is out of it, and I don't know what you do with telescopes during the day, so I'm guessing it's not a real popular area. Good idea, but I don't think it really did a lot for the people that are into stargazing. Alright, we're leaving Homestead now, and we're going to go down to the back paths of Newell, Lake Denham, Dabney, and take a ride through the enclave. Morning. Still headed south. This is Megason Road. Next road is Oppenheimer Court. This is where I'm going to go down and start looking for the trails that we take back there. This is a typical village neighborhood. Some of them have woods and views in the back. Others are back to back with other neighbors. I know this is a dead end, but we'll take you for a quick tour down here. It's kind of quiet. You see the backyards of these folks. They have a preserve type area. These folks have beautiful lots back here. Surprised there's not a path back there. Okay, so we are now on Bridget Ave. Bridget Ave off of Oppenheimer Court. You took a right on Bridget Ave. You come up to these areas I'm showing to you. Coming up on the left is a pole with an AED, a defibrillator. Lots of neighborhoods in the villages get together, get a committee, work with the fire department to put these up so that if there is a cardiac event, we can have our responders there quick. many times before the fire department gets there and keeps the heart going so that they can save you once they get there. Okay, so this is the areas I want to show you. Isn't it beautiful back here? People get to wake up in the morning and have their coffee and look out over this pond and the preserve area over here. Usually there's all kinds of birds back here. I'm sure there are animals that are in the woods at night. So if you're out here watching the sunset with a glass of wine, you may see things moving around. Oh, gator just jumped in the water. I missed him, sorry. So, that was a very small one. This is the areas that, without a bike, without your feet, without the type of things that are accessible back here, you are not going to see. So I figure it's a good way of showing people places that they may never see, that they've heard of, that they can't access because of one reason or another. Morning, guys. There's another one. Going through here. Lots of these people in the back here have pools because they have the room for it, they have the view for it. Look at the birds out here. We got an egret, cormorant. There are times when we see wild turkey out here. Lately, every time I come out, I see him, so maybe today too. We'll see. I try not to get too close to wildlife, even the wild turkeys. Okay, right here is a white egret. He's gonna fly as soon as I go by him, I'm sure. Oh, he did. Look at what the view they have back here, huh? Very peaceful, quiet back here. Beautiful. I'm sure it's very dark at night. We will be leaving this little area. We're going down the road to our third area. See this guy in the golf cart? He can't go where I'm taking you. He can stay up on these roads, but where I'm taking you, once again, is only accessible by foot, by bike, by scooter, by rollerblades. And I'm sure there's other modes of transportation. Basically, you cannot have a vehicle the size of a golf cart or above back here. I know I try to say nothing with a motor, but this e-bike is a motor, so I guess I'd be wrong in saying that, but you understand what I mean. This is for the safety of the people back here. We don't need a 600-pound machine running people over, and that's what a golf cart weighs. Oh, there was a nice gator right there. Let's see if I can go back and get him. My goodness. Have to leave this area and come back to see it again. I'm gonna circle around and try and catch that gator for you. Not literally catch him, but show him to you. getting her hair wet. The second type of pool in the Villages is a family pool. That is at the regional rec centers, the bigger rec centers around your neighborhood. There's usually a rec center attached to it, not a postal station. And there is where you can bring your grandchildren. All ages welcome there. In fact, a lot of villagers, even without grandkids, like those better because they get to see kids having fun. And who doesn't love that? And the third type of pool is a sports pool. Sports pools is just that. They are for swimming laps, for playing water volleyball, for water aerobics, that type of thing. And those are at the big rec centers. Those are the regional rec centers. A few that I can name here is Rohan, Colony, Eisenhower. Anyhow, so now we're going to go down to the Enclave. The Enclave is a mix of two types of homes. There are plenty of designer homes down here, but I believe the majority are premier homes. Premier homes were a thing that the Villages used to do quite often. And then they went quite a while without building premier homes. So when they decided to build the Enclave and do premier homes, people were looking forward to getting down here and doing it. It's kind of out of the way, tucked in a corner of the Villages, tucked way down in the Villages. People down here got a ways before they can get to a golf course on a golf cart, but that's what they want, you know what I mean? By down here, you know that you're ways away from things, but if you're looking to have a very private neighborhood with not much in goings on, this would be it. As you can see, this home, and this home, those are three designers. This one is a premier home. And then as you go throughout this complex, I'm going to show you the whole complex. You'll see the mixture. You have the designers, you have the premiers, you have designers with a pool, you have premiers with a pool, you have designers without a pool, you have premiers without a pool. You have great views on some of them. You have back-to-back on some of them. You have room for a pool, and then you don't. Some of them have room for a pool, some of them don't. Some of them have tons of land behind their house, others not so much. So it's a good variety down here. And I believe, now this is something that I don't know for sure, I believe you get to pick out every step of the way here. You get to design your home. Which isn't happening much throughout the Villages, but in this neighborhood they are, I believe, allowing that. Most of the homes here on the view sites have been sold, built, and people are living in them. The available sites, and mainly, I think, are the interior sites, as you'll see as we drive around here. On the left is all the view sites, the private backyards with the preserves back there, but then you look in here and it's what you call back-to-back lanais, kissing lanais. But they're also beautiful. I mean, look at this one, it's gorgeous. You are what they call a kissing lanai, but it's got its own pool. So, the only thing about that is you better get along with your back door neighbor. And before you buy it, you'll know it. Now here's one here that I've never seen happen before. They put up a fence of some sort behind their pool. I don't believe that's allowed, but as long as no one complains, allowed or not, you can have it. Beautiful back here, as you can see. Look at the land that this guy's got. You'll see between these houses. Gorgeous. I mean, you could put 3 pools back there and still have a party. What I'm surprised to see, though, is there are none of those paths around the ponds back there, like a lot of other parts of the village. South to 44. That's where we see most of these paths that run behind the houses. I absolutely love this green one and this gray one. But this is the enclave, guys. If at the twilight of your life you have a lot of money that you would love to enjoy your life going forward, this is a great place to move into. Can't take it with you, so you might as well spend it. Give my wife and her guys a call. They'll get you in here. Have room for a pool if that's what you're looking to do. This blue one, isn't it gorgeous? The white one is absolutely stunning, and that isn't an interior lot. That's the white one, that's the interior lot, so that means somebody's going to be behind them, but I think he'll do fine. We are leaving the enclave. That's the end of our video for today, guys. Once again, if you like anything that you see, if you like what I did for you, please click on the like button. If you'd like to see more, subscribe so that you don't miss out on the videos that I do in the future. If you have suggestions, comments, please put them in the box below, or private message me, DM me, whatever way you want to do to get a hold of me, and you have suggestions on what you'd like to see, do it for you. Now, this is Mark Willett in the Villages. Enjoying this beautiful day on his bike. Hope you guys have an awesome day. Be safe out there. Biddy, that's all, folks. Okay, hopefully he's still there. I'm going to circle back. And see if we can catch him. Once again, not catch him. It is basically get him on video. He's gonna be up here on the right. It looks like he's still there. Yeah, he's still there. Can you see him? All you see is his head. Well, that's the best I can do for you guys, so. Spoonbill, one of those ladies, whatever that is. So, I don't know if I got you a good view of that gator. He's a big boy though, but all we could see was his head. Back to our regularly scheduled programming. Once again, what I'm doing is trying to show you places that you probably have heard about. Maybe you've never heard about, didn't know existed. So I'm just trying to show you these places and show you how some people have such a quiet area. This is the last one, I believe, and it turns into a bigger one. I don't want to say the last one, but the last time I entered down in this area. We are still behind the village of Newell. Hello. There's a longer pond. Beautiful birds flying around. It's funny, when I got here in '09, I realized I was from Massachusetts. Big birds just didn't exist up there. You had the robins and the cardinals and the blue jays and the pigeons, and occasionally you see a hawk. Good morning. But down here, all of a sudden I have these birds flying around. You have turkey vultures. You have sandhill cranes, you have blue egrets, you have white ibis like these guys. You have all kinds of hawks, and you have bald eagles, and the biggest of them all are big, huge owls. The biggest of them all and the clumsiest are wild turkeys. The biggest and the clumsiest is probably the sandhill cranes. I was waiting for pterodactyls to stop flying over me, you know, they were so big. Okay, we're gonna take a little detour because this area over here, beautiful. My buddy Al, he's been my buddy for 15 years. His wife has decided that they want to move out of the villages and go back to Oklahoma. They're in their 80s and want to be closer to their family as they age. So I can't blame him, you know, I mean, I guess. But he had a home over here. Beautiful home. He did the same thing as me. Bought and sold, bought and sold, bought and sold. So that he could make some money and end up in a home that he wanted to be in. Look at the birds. And his home was over here. It's over there. I'll go back and show it to you. Lucky man. Got just over $1 million for his home. Now the Villages, I'm talking about $1 million home like it's a piece of cake. I realize a lot of people can't afford that kind of lifestyle, and that's cool. I got here in '09. All I could afford was a $169,000 home with a mortgage and borrowing the down payment from family members. And now I'm in the home because of what I did. The last home I sold was $875,000, you know what I mean? Can't beat it. You can't make that kind of money in the market. But anyhow, you can get in the Villages probably right now somewhere around $250,000, $300,000. You'll get in the Villages. You're probably getting even cheaper than that. Everybody has a budget. Everybody knows what they can afford. So this home right across the water here from me now, the white one, that's the one that Al sold. Right on the water with a pool, beautiful. He put a outdoor kitchen in there. His wife is awesome at decorations. They know what they're doing. We tried to model ourselves after them. We've done well also. We are now mortgage free with a home that's going to have a pool built in it shortly. Took over 15 years to get there, but we got her done. We are now down behind. We might still be behind Newell, but I think when I take this left down here, we're headed down to Lake Denham. Haven't seen any wild turkeys today. That's different. Usually they're all over the place around here, but if I take this left, I'm going to be headed down to Lake Denham. Good morning.
Morning.
Back here is the preserves. All of this has been preserved by the Villages. I'm sure there are wildlife that they're protecting. And yeah, they just didn't buy the land, and that's, I don't know. But I believe it's preserved area. Nobody can build back there. Coming out into a neighborhood. I believe we're in Lake Denham, but I don't know that for sure. We're either in Lake Denham or the very southern part of Newell. a great way to see the villages, though, biking. There aren't any areas that you can't get to with a bike. I tell people that every inch of the villages is accessible by golf cart. Well, now that I've been out on my bike, that's not true. As you can see, I have not left the villages. And there's quite a few areas that we've been in that is not accessible by golf cart. So that's what this is all about, guys. The journey through the villages into areas you can't reach with your golf cart. Definitely not by car. As you probably noticed, the Villages keeps their properties in great shape. You own a home in the Villages, you own the property. You are responsible for upkeep. And if you are the type that lets it go to pot, lets the weeds get out of hand, lets your grass grow a little tall, you'll be getting a call from the Deeds Commission telling you it's time to get her done. I don't know if you'll be getting a call from the ARC, Community Watch. Somebody's going to tell you, unacceptable, please bring your property up to snuff. As you see, I'm in an area where it's not even, this is common property. This is where everybody has access to that in morning. It is kept up, cut, grass is cut, all of that by the Villages. The Villages isn't for everybody, guys. If you're not the type that wants homes this close to each other, not for you, it's fine. If you need more property, that's fine. But if you're looking for a nice peaceful place to retire, relax, enjoy life in your twilight years, I don't think you're going to find a better place to retire to tell you the truth. Like day 4 of me trying to do this. Hopefully when I get home I'll be able to learn how to edit these videos, splice them together, and get a good video out there for you guys. Once again, I'm going to tell you I'm new at this, so please be kind. I don't be cruel. I'm only trying to help you see the villages in a way you never thought you could. I'm on my bike so that maybe you will see the places we can be while watching our TV. Sorry about that. I believe I've been back here before. I just don't remember being back here, but we'll find our way out of here, I'm sure. villas. Villas are I don't want to say. Well, villas are probably most popular. Big courtyard villas are the most popular. But we have courtyard villas. We have bungalows. We have designer homes. We have regular villas. We have. Okay, guys, we're gonna head down Chandler Drive. Off of Megason. This will bring us down to Lake Denham and Dabney. Back to the homes. We have villas. Different kinds of villas. I'm not too up to date on those. My wife is the person that you'd have to talk to about those. We have cottages. We have bungalows. We have designer homes. And we have premier homes. And in the order I just listed them is probably from the least expensive to the most expensive. Guys, we've been down here 15 years. My wife works for 2 sales representatives. She is an assistant to these representatives. She is a wealth of knowledge. She's been here, like I said, 15 years, and she's done almost every job there is to do at the Villages sales centers. So if you have any questions, I'm looking to come down here. Her 2 guys she worked for are Chris Hallmark and Gary Gage. Chris is Gary's father-in-law. Gary is married to Chris's daughter. And they're awesome. Chris has sold me all 5 of my homes. I joke that I sent my wife back to work for him so we could get some of the money that he's made off of us back in our pockets. She loves work. She loves what she does. She's an awesome woman who is upbeat and will help you figure it all out if you need to. If you need to get a hold of her, you can private message me, direct message me, leave a comment in here. She'll help you and they'll help you figure out if the Villages is for you. Okay, so now we're coming up to another. This is a neighborhood rec center. The last one was a bigger one. This is a rec center with a postal station in it, pickleball courts. There's the postal station, as you can see. Pickleball courts. It's weird to see them empty, but it's just getting hot now. You have a pavilion for a picnic area, benches and a walking trail back here also. You have bocce. You have a shuffleboard. Neighborhood pool. Now this is considered a neighborhood pool. We have 3 styles of pools in the Villages. Neighborhood, which is for people 30 years old and above, or we can call them an adult pool also. The reason why that age restriction is there. Let's say your wife went out and got her hair done today, and she wants to go take a quick dip, but she doesn't want to ruin her hair. She goes here because now there aren't any children jumping and playing